Thank you so much. This is Jahan Zewali from Airway News TV, Pakistan. United Nations has also formed a commission to investigate possible war crimes in Ukraine, but it had not yet managed to establish contact with Russia. Are you also trying to establish any contact with Russian authorities or working with the UN on this issue? And secondly, despite these war crimes, few countries like India and China are becoming an increasingly vital source of oil revenues for Moscow. What are your concerns regarding this? Because more countries are likely to follow the footsteps of India and China. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for those questions. Indeed, the United Nations Human Rights Council has created a commission of inquiry to be focused on the situation in Ukraine, tracking violations of international criminal law and the laws of war by all parties. It's staffed by very experienced members who are quite adept at using international law and understanding abuses when they happen. What's important about some of these monitoring mechanisms is that their reports can be made public. Much of the information that gets collected by governments are often informed by classified sources. And so it's difficult to go public with some of the details that individuals would like to see, including journalists who are covering these matters. But what's important about commissions of inquiry and monitoring missions that may come with an international imprimatur is that they can share that information publicly. They're getting stood up now. I understand that the commissioners are in place and they're hiring staff. And so the United States stands ready to support that effort. When it comes to the petroleum issues, it's not my world, honestly. At the Office of Global Criminal Justice, our job is to inform the Department of State and then other elements of the interagency, including members of the Hill, the Congress, et cetera, who are interested in this work on U.S. policy around war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide and atrocity crimes of that nature. We also coordinate multilateral responses, which is why we're supportive of the work of the COI. But the United States has issued a whole raft of multi-sectoral sanctions, including individuals within the government, private individuals, entities, corporate entities, and now increasingly members of Russia's military. And so these sanctions regimes are also increasingly coordinated with our friends and allies in Europe and elsewhere to make it more difficult for entities to do business with Russian entities.